His support among the black community is actually relatively high compared to previous Republican presidents. Why do you guys think that is?
Maybe the gang mentality of him.
What are your thoughts on black Trump supporters just in general?
They're sellouts. That's my opinion.
This is my good friend Amir. Amir is a black Trump supporter.
Hi.
What's going on, everyone? James Klug here. Today I'm in Washington, D.C. at the Black Lives Matter Plaza, and I'm going to be talking to people about black Trump supporters. And for those that disagree with the idea of there being black Trump supporters, I'm going to bring them face to face with my good friend Amir Odom. Amir, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Thanks for being here today. You ready to go talk to some people?
Oh yeah, let's get it.
Let's go. Okay, you guys, we're talking about President Donald Trump. Okay. Something interesting. His support among the black community is actually relatively high compared to previous Republican presidents. Some polls even showing as high as 25% support in the black community. Why do you guys think that is?
I'm shocked at that, actually, because I would have thought it would have been the opposite. Maybe the gang mentality of him. I mean, to me, he's just a narcissistic man baby, but it's almost like his thug gang mentality. Maybe it appeals to other gangs, not necessarily just black gangs, but white gangs. I mean, maybe that more sort of tough guy persona.
Because it's in the black community,
Yeah.
I think that they're being bamboozled thinking that he's going to do something for them when he's not. He's already shown that he's not on Team Black, so.
I wanted to know, what are your thoughts on black Trump supporters?
Everybody have their own opinion. I don't know what they see that I'm missing. I don't agree with them.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be. You know what I mean?
So they.
But you always have people that's gonna go against the grain. I don't care what it is. So I don't know. And they just nuts like him.
They're just nuts like him.
They're nuts. They damn nuts like him.
Black Trump supporters, is that something that's counterproductive, or is it okay?
I think it's okay for people to vote for whoever they want to vote for.
I respect that.
That's what I gotta respect. But I don't have to agree with it.
He's very racist himself, and how you could just vote for someone like him who's just doesn't care about races and just puts them down all the time. I just think it's very shocking and disappointing.
So they're supporting him. What are your thoughts on black Trump supporters just in general?
They're sellouts. That's my opinion.
Where are we at? Hey, Amir, cruise on over here. This is my good friend Amir. Amir is a black Trump supporter.
Hi.
Amir, she believes that black Trump supporters are sellouts. Could you elaborate a little bit on that for Amir? Perhaps he can hear you out.
Okay, I just think that if you support Trump, you don't support anything that looks like us or even wants to assist us in making our world a better place. So I just think that you're a sellout, and I don't understand why.
I mean, if selling out means appreciating that black people are being released from jail, that black unemployment was at an all-time low, that securing funding for black HBCUs, that makes appreciating those things makes me a sellout, then I'll be a sellout all day, because that is helping the black community. It's helping us thrive.
Amir is a black Trump supporter. Okay? Now, Amir, for supporting Donald Trump, we've heard maybe sort of a tough guy gang mentality for supporting Donald Trump, and that he is, what you were saying?
Find him rather racist.
Rather racist. Could you guys kind of maybe elaborate on that for Amir, a black Trump supporter?
Yeah, I suppose he's racist with everything, really, not just necessarily black, African Americans.
What makes him racist?
So his comments about the Hispanics. He says Mexicans are racist, lock up your wives, they're murderers.
Specifically, we're referring to the gang MS-13, gang members, not Mexicans, but gang members who just happen to be Mexicans as well. But he was talking about the gang members.
Amir is a black Trump supporter.
Okay.
She believes that you, a black Trump supporter, to quote you, are nuts. Why do you think it's nuts for a black man to support Donald Trump?
Let me ask Amir. I said people have difference in opinions.
You did. You're being very fair about that.
Tell me what you think. He claims he's done more for blacks than any other president. Well, a whole bunch of them ain't done nothing. What has Trump done in 4 years?
I am in love with the Future Act, which gives money to HBCUs. I'm in love with the First Step Act.
I got about 20-something people in my family, or they all would go to HBUs.
I think that's a great thing. That's securing funding for the HBCUs. I think the First Step Act is really incredible. That's for helping release black people from jail.
They have improvement of good time credits, so people can reduce their prison sentences, which affects 85% of federal prisoners.
I mean, I suppose he hasn't, so I'm trying to think, specifically come out and said anything. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, racist about African Americans. I suppose I'm thinking more about he won't denounce the white supremacists.
He's denounced white supremacy over 20 times now. It's on video.
I would disagree with that
You
strongly.
can't disagree
Stand
with
by.
facts. The things that you're telling me are lies. He's denounced white supremacy on film over 20 times. I've met him personally 3 times. He hasn't been racist to me. I know family members who've known him for over 40 years. Wasn't racist to them. Slapping the term, oh, this is racist, so that's racist, it kind of boils down racism in a way. Like, why I get called a racist, and it's absurd.
The words are there, but I don't see the action, and I don't believe anything he says because he's just a liar. I mean, I cannot support anybody that lies. The publicity stunts, the things like
of
that.
Lies that he has said.
It's been so many, I can't even name them all. I mean, but it's
Give me one.
one lie. When he said that he denounced white supremacy, and he did not.
Multiple times.
He did
Like
not
over
when you
20 times. At this point in time, I think the question of white supremacy regarding Donald Trump is a joke. I would have honestly just laughed because he's denounced it so many times.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
And I've been told personally that he's such a white supremacist, and I met him personally 3 times. I've shook his hand, and I don't see a white supremacist. I don't think a white supremacist would invite 400 black kids to the White House year over year. It doesn't add up.
You call the people in Charlottesville good people, but you think the Black Lives Matter organization...
That situation with Charlottesville, if you watch the full clip, he denounces white supremacists and Nazis right then and there. The media I'm serious. The media purposely clips out and gives you out of context clips for a reason, to rile you up. I think it's a big example of how the media is misconstruing a lot of things going on in the United States to this day. I think President Trump has done a lot of good things for black people, but the media just wants to highlight all the negative things. In regards to how Trump is treating the black community, I think he's done a lot. I think black people I just said 2 things. I think black people are thriving under this administration compared to past administrations.
Well, not in my family, they ain't thriving. So I guess in your family, but not in mine.
What about Trump do you not like that compared to Biden?
He's a big liar. Everything.
What?
He is a trickster. He's a liar. That's how I'll say that. Everything come out of his mouth is a lie. He
An
don't tell the
example?
truth about anything.
Like what?
You trust him?
I'm asking for a lie that he said.
Everything. He haven't said anything that was true since he's been in the White House.
Like what?
Everything.
Is it true that black unemployment is at a low? Well, before COVID, was it at a low?
No, that's not true. Okay, I'm talking about finances, money, jobs, and stuff like that. He came in and squandered and stealing every damn thing he can get for him and his children. God bless you, young man.
Well, all right.
He hasn't sort of come out and sympathised. He hasn't come out and shown any empathy. I suppose that's what I'm wanting. And I do think that, I've really thought about things and what's happened recently is that, 98% of police are fabulous, absolutely, but there's some bad apples like everywhere in the world.
Everywhere. Teachers, lawyers, right, exactly. There's bad people everywhere.
Absolutely, but we've got to do something about it because it is not fair on the African community. They are targeted.
But I personally, you're telling me I'm targeted. I look at the data, there's more people that die, that get struck by lightning,
They don't get a good rap-up.
than die at the hands of cops. So I get it. Yes, some cases do need to be looked at more, but the idea that I'm being hunted down by those men sitting over there, it's not the case.
I don't agree with that either. Listen, I work with a couple of wonderful African American women, and one of them lives here in DC, and she's really scared to go out. She's my age, she's in her mid-50s.
I used to be there. I used to be deadly terrified of the
And I have
police.
to respect her feelings, because they're her feelings.
That does not help her. It does not help to watch someone go through anxiety and pain of their skin color and just let them be that way off of lies. So tell them the truth. Let them know that, hey, more people get struck by lightning. That lifted so much stress off my shoulders.
But they're her feelings, and no one can say that they're right or they're wrong.
But
So
my mentor once told me, Amir, in the midst of fear, facts are your friends.
it will cloud
So
you,
I urge
and
you
I know that.
To tell her the facts, that she doesn't have to be scared. There's no one hunting me down. Where's the Nazis? Where's the white
Well,
supremacists?
I wouldn't say
They're
that
not
either.
here.
I would not ever say.
Do you like the First Step Act?
The First Step Act. I can't really speak about it.
Okay. Well, why is that? Why can you not speak about it?
Okay, because I don't know enough about it. Okay, so that's why I can't speak about it. When you look at the history of it, and you look at somebody that has been in numerous lawsuits and don't pay people, had all these failed ventures that
It's fair to say that a lot of millionaires and billionaires have been in lawsuits.
This has got to stop, not just for Black Americans, but for for everybody.
And don't you think some
women are
self-accountability
in it as well.
has to count too? That black men make up 6% of the U.S. population, but they also make up over 50% of all violent crimes. Not all violent crimes, but murders and robberies.
It breaks my heart. It's
So
like the
at some
Maori
po-
people in New Zealand.
At some
They're
point, we
making
have to bring on personal responsibility. I just not with the idea that I'm living in a racist country. I am my ancestors' dream. I'm living in a way different spot than my grandparents were, and I'm proud of that.
Oh, and you should be.
I don't support the guy, what he's done to the Americans with the COVID virus and everything else. It's just horrible.
Is it him or China?
Oh, it's him.
Were we one of the first countries to shut down travel from China? I mean, didn't Joe Biden criticize that and call it a xenophobic play?
We did shut down the travel
Joe Biden called it xenophobic.
from there. People feed off of him as the president. So we have people running around in Ohio right now, no mask, no care for others, and I think that's awful.
No mask?
He will
That's
never-
terrible.
He will never get that.
I like to think that I'm, open-minded and I'm not a racist, and I don't think I am, but the inclusion bit, I think we all have this unconscious bias. Some of us do. It's human nature.
I mean, personally, I'd much rather listen to a panel of 4 white men who all think differently than a panel of a black woman, a Hispanic woman, an Asian man, and a white man that all think the same.
See, I don't know that. I don't know.
Is diversity of thought less important than diversity of color?
That's a good point. I don't know. Thought is probably even more important because thought is how you act,
That's why we're listening
how
to
you're
the
actually
4
going
white
to carry
men
it out.
That's why we listen to the 4 white men
Yeah.
more, because they would offer me more perspectives, more worldviews, more things to pick off of than 4 people who are like, yeah, they all diverse, they look different.
To me, it doesn't matter. It's who the actual people are. It doesn't matter what your skin color is, whether you're Chinese, Japanese, whether you're African American.
yeah,
It's what
that's an
you're
agreement
like
right there.
as a human being.